Aloha, friends and neighbors. Roland Frost here. I'm going to do program 1009 for you shortly. We're going to do the sky mirror and see what it's like day by day for the first 10 days in April. Yeah. First 10 days in April. Well, Friday's what? April Fool's Day, huh? Ha 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 ha. Well, as far as I'm concerned, this is a very strange time. Yeah, because in the middle of your next week, next Wednesday night, no, it's Thursday morning, the 7th, there is a new moon. A new moon on Uranus. A new moon on Uranus? Ooh, squares Pluto. A new spirit of brotherhood and revolutionary fervor. It's quite nice. Now there's two sides to this, because all the other planets aren't in agreement. You get your new moon April 7th at 18 degrees of Aries on Uranus. And Uranus, when it acts up, you get quakes, tornadoes, power outages. Or the genius shows up, the two sides of it. You get new electronics, a revolutionary spirit, flashes of common sense, environmental progress. Yes, it can be shaky. You can see how the Earth isn't quite sure about this. What, take their guns away? Well, let's see how it goes day by day. We're going to run the moon around the edge of this planetary pattern, and that gives us the mood of the times. Your emotional mood, which is pretty doggone good Friday morning. Well, lay out. Here you were on Thursday, the day before April Fool's Day, and the moon went by Pluto in the evening. Eek, a bug! You know, power, control, terrorists, smell of sulfur, and nobody likes that. And that's something you've been having every week. Well, every month when the moon goes by there, but every week the moon squares Pluto, or opposes it or something. So this is your eek a bug, I call it. Gives you that startle reflex. You weren't prepared, were you, Thursday afternoon, the middle of the day? Here's a nice trine to Jupiter. Oh, everything's fun, let's all laugh. And then you're all laughing, and then Thursday, around dinner time, in comes Pluto. Eek a bug! Squares Uranus, you're upset all night. Doesn't settle down till after midnight when you hit the square to Uranus here, Thursday night. So if you're in the Thursday night show, I hope you see it early. On Kauai, they see it at 5:30, which is probably still on the Jupiter laughing time. So you got a shaky, quaky, kind of weird Thursday night. If you sleep a little bit late, Friday morning, here's a nice sextile to the Venus. I got some relief. There's some sweets, some sexiness, some love. I can be lazy. It's April Fool's Day, huh? And good time to have a sense of humor. The moon leaves Capricorn in the middle of Friday, 2-3 in the afternoon, and goes into Aquarius, and it has a very different vibe. It's moving up to make the sextile to Mars here Saturday morning. And there's sports. Get out and do physical things. Mars macho is in charge. Yeah? And it's time for the heroes to be out. Find something physical to do early Saturday morning. Get out and exercise. You'll love it. All your brothers are out there exercising. You know, trim the trees. Prepare for the new moon on Uranus. There's high winds. Everybody will get sudden high winds. So here's the time you want to go out Saturday morning, April 2nd, after April Fool's Day, and start, going over your yard. See what's going to fly around. See what needs to be nailed down. Make a few preparations for the coming month following your next new moon, Thursday morning. It's going to get gusty, windy, tornado watch. So Saturday's a pretty good day. It starts with a flurry of protective stuff, and you finish up with a sense of accomplishment here just after lunch. And then you're making good plans around dinner time with the sextile to Saturn. And in the morning, if you stay up late, 3 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, you'll have flashes of genius. Otherwise, it'll be Sunday morning, and you have the technical tools to do it. And on Sunday, there's a nice sextile to Mercury after the, well, that's 4 or 5 hours after the sextile to Uranus. when you can get a flashes of genius really early Sunday. It might take you till breakfast time to write them down and talk about them. Sunday afternoon, the moon shifts into Pisces. It all changes and things get insecure. Very insecure. Here's Neptune, and Neptune's not sure about things. He's opposing Jupiter. And chemical companies, Monsanto? There's problems with Neptune. The Piscean stuff isn't exactly as promised, whether it's the religion or the pesticides. Anyway, watch out for the water, and there's deception all around on Monday, April 4th. Yeah, and it's squaring Mars. You can't protect against it. It'll sneak up on you. As you go later into the day, let's focus on this a little closer. Oh, there's your angry. There's the square to Mars. It all starts out really early. Monday morning, you wake up ticked off. And in the middle of the day, there's confusion and delusion. Did I say right or left? What's that bad smell? And finally, you overdo it with the power and control trips in opposition to Jupiter. Don't listen to the wise men. No. Sextile to Pluto, get the police. But that doesn't come in until 9, 10 o'clock, and they're not going to help. They're just going to calm the water a little bit. Look out, they carry guns. Moon shifts into Aries, and wait, sorry, you're still on Tuesday, huh? So the moon goes by the south node here Tuesday morning, and we feel like we all need help. That's on the 5th of April, Tuesday morning. Help somebody, okay? As you go into Tuesday afternoon, you're in the Venus zone. Doesn't hit Venus until, around dinner time in the early afternoon, or late afternoon, early dinner time. And there's the moon on Venus. There's some love around, pretty girls, sweets. Relax. You're doing okay. The moon's in Aries, and early Wednesday morning. No, that's not early. There's in the middle of the day. Here's a nice trine to Mars. You got rewarded on Tuesday and Tuesday night. Now get out and cut the weeds there, Mars. Do something constructive. Protect everybody. It's Wednesday in the middle of the day, and that's what's expected. And you're very organized Wednesday afternoon. Yeah, we followed the rules and we did the job. Felt good, huh? And then lo and behold, there's Uranus. And it comes in suddenly Wednesday afternoon. The wind rises. The electricity goes out. There's a CME. There's a tornado. There's an earthquake. There's a disruption. Uranus loves to disrupt stuff. And this is a new moon right on him. So everybody feels like being disruptive. Okay, get a sign a petition. It's time. All of these doggone Republicans or Democrats are all playing same old game. We need some environmentalists. Where's Ralph Nader when we needed him, huh? Remember what happened to him? Anyway, we need some more of that. And people got to stand up and say enough of this old stuff. But you'll have trouble doing it. They'll shout you down Thursday morning. Too many weird things going on. They say the moon hits Uranus. Okay. You might feel like that, a kind of electric, in fact, through Thursday until you get into the late evening when the moon shifts into Taurus. And that feels a little better. And you're starting to communicate again Friday morning. Moon's in Taurus. Goes by Mercury. Well, let's talk about this. There's solid inspiration here Friday before lunch. Sextile to Neptune. Yeah, we got dreams. Jesus lives in all of us. And then here's a nice trine to Jupiter. Here's wisdom. Here's common sense and wisdom. And here's a trine to Pluto. We can change this, people. There's a lot of optimism here. April 8th, the moon in Taurus. Saturday, it's quiet. You had your enlightenment and your new ideas. Work on them for a bit. Take it easy. After dinner time or so, the moon shifts into Gemini. It's not too bad. Early Sunday morning, here's a nice trine to Venus. Aha. Have a wonderful, sweet, sexy, morning. Be lazy and enjoy yourself Sunday morning, April 10th. And then here on Sunday, it's an opposition to Mars. People are starting to fight. There's a square to Neptune. Oh boy. You know, they're all confused and deluded around noontime. And then in the afternoon and evening, here's a square to Jupiter. And they're overdoing it. And people are lying. They want too much. Yeah. And then here's finally the opposition to Saturn. Authority has to step in. How about the law? Nobody seems to care on Sunday, April 10th. What's that recipe for a little riot? It straightens out early Monday morning. Here's a nice sextile to Uranus. Hey, aren't we all brothers and sisters here? Monday morning feels like it. Anyway, that's the kind of next 10 days it is. You can see now why the sun is concerned. You're not sure whether Uranus is going to get shaky and quaky, and it can do that very easily, huh? Or whether we're going to have a burst of wonderful brotherhood and decide the environment's the most important thing. Why bicker about Republican Texas politicians? And we need to, we need to fix the environment. Get real, people.